Next job we're going to be tackling is the intake manifold and carburetor. We have a edelbrock intake manifold and a Demon carburetor 4-barrel we're going to put on there. So we're going to take out this carburetor, which hasn't been running all that great anyway. We get a very strong smell of gas. We have a problem with this car dieseling. I'm thinking that's probably related to this somehow. We're going to have an electric choke instead of that one there. I'm not going to bother boring you guys with the draining the antifreeze, leaving the camera running while I'm draining the antifreeze and unhooking the carburetor and stuff. I just wanted to make a couple references to myself that we have the fuel line in the front on this. On the new Demon carb, it's going to be in the rear, so we're going to have to do something with that. I got a lot of different vacuum lines back here. Looks like there's one here for the transmission. The power brakes, I'm not sure, some of these are just closed off, so we'll be able to get rid of those and it'll clean things up a little nicer. Same with this one. I have no idea what this one was even to, but it's closed off. We have this breather up in the front here. I do not have that port on the front of the... Oh, that might be in the manifold. Okay, maybe we'll have to see if we have that in the manifold or not. And I'll have to troubleshoot a couple things, reroute a couple things to make it look nice, but we'll get there. This is what we picked up while at a car show in Ocean City, Maryland back in May of 2014. We picked it up from a company that was there, Speed Unlimited. They helped us pick out this intake manifold for the Pontiac, and they also had a recommendation of this Demon carb, which from what I've been reading on the internet is a pretty decent unit. After they worked all their flaws the past couple years, it was nice. They hooked me up with all new bolts, gaskets, all kinds of hardware in here. The Demon carb kit had some gaskets and bolts and all kinds of goodies in there. Okay, got the new radiator hoses on, the new water neck, the lower hose, both heater core hoses, which one of them proved to be a pain in the butt, the bottom one there, with the coil monitor right there. And I could have removed the coil, ain't that big of a deal, but I was able to sneak around there and work it out, so I didn't bother. So the next thing will be the fuel line. I need to figure out, I would like to put a metal fuel line in to connect to the actual fuel pump line, but I'd also like a fuel filter in there too, so if I have to go with a rubber to put the fuel filter in there, I will. I'll see what the parts stores got locally, and whatever they got is what we'll do. If we don't like it, we can always order through the mail. If I can find a little piece of rubber hose, I'm just going to connect it just to see how it runs and see if the carb needs to be tuned or whatnot, and actually make some noise with it. Thanks. Okay, what I figured out is the butterfly on the choke was actually stuck closed. It would not open up even forcefully. I had to loosen up the screws up here and then kind of move it around a little bit to get it to be able to move. This edge right here was actually locked right in here. I don't know if this is going to be a common problem with this, or if I actually am going to need to file that down. I don't know. But after I loosened up those two screws and just kind of shifted it around a little bit, now it seems to open and close properly. So it is starting and running. And I do have the low car 24-inch cable on order, so I'll have the throttle cable hooked up shortly, hopefully. Got it from Jegs. Should be coming in pretty soon. Still need to go about tuning the carb though. Seen two different methods of doing it. One was by vacuum and one was by RPM. We'll see whichever one you want to try, we'll give one of them a try, and hopefully we'll get it in tune, and hopefully it'll take away that backfire that's in there too.